Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the webinar session. MentorMitr is giving away a 7-day free trial so that users can know what MentorMitr provides and how it can help them. Now, I am going to explain how you can avail the 7 days free trial on the MentorMitr Android app. Here, when you log in into the app, you see an option on the top, get your 7-day free trial now. Just click on the option and you will be asked if you are sure if you want to start the trial session. Click on yes and your trial will be started. Is giving away a 7-day free trial so that users can know what MentorMitr provides. So as a trial user, you will be able to access all the templates like questionnaire, tracks and options, sports track, college track, priorities, goals and affirmations. Here, when you activities, weekly timetable, you see an option and get your 7-day free trial. Session feedback and session scheduling are blocked and for the 7 days free trial. So if you want to avail session scheduling, you have to enroll into one of our programs. Chatbot and customer support are available in the 7 days free trial. So as a trial user, you will be able to access all the templates. Like you can also track your college track priorities, goals and affirmations. Here, when you activities, weekly timetable, you see an option and get your 7-day free trial session.
Jarisha, are we playing the next video?
No, I stopped sharing my screen.
You can present the PPT.
No.
The steps to avail the e-certificate are as follows. Attend the complete webinar. Once you say thank you, there will appear a link to Google Attendance form in the chat box. Click to mark your attendance and get the feedback questionnaire emailed. Fill the questionnaire you get on mail for your details. Follow our page. Whether you did or not, it's in the questionnaire. If you did and replied in affirmative and actually did not follow our page, you will not get the e-certificate. If all the above steps stated are followed, automatically an e-certificate will be issued online to you. MentorMitr is a mentoring organization. Our aim is to guide individuals wherever they are in their journey of career development and help them learn life skills to manage complex situations while enhancing their academic performance to optimal. Our involvement helps students to set the right goals and enables them to define and manage their priorities as well as enhance their EQ. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to today's webinar. The session will be led by established professionals, Ms. Varidi Gupta and Ms. Monisha. Please feel free to leave your questions in the chat box and we will try to answer them. Our first speaker for the evening is Ms. Varidi Gupta. Ms. Varidi Gupta is a counseling psychologist with her primary practice being in career counseling and conducting psychology-based workshops and educational programs. She holds a vast experience of career counseling, more than 4,500 students till date, and conducting more than 250 workshops for students across varying age groups. She follows a holistic approach that integrates principles of various schools of psychology, thereby helping her clients find the vision and the way, and strives to cater to emotional well-being of her clients by providing systematic support in the form of guidance and counseling. Varidhi Gupta Guidance and Counseling is a team of qualified, experienced professionals whose relentless efforts us brings empowerment and satisfaction to our clients. I would now request ma'am to please enlighten our audience.
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. A very good evening, everybody. And my name is Varidhi Gupta. As you just got to know about me, I am a counseling psychologist with my primary practice in career counseling. I run my own company under the name Varidhi Gupta Guidance and Counseling, where we do career counseling and run some psychology-based educational programs for people who wish to explore the subject apart from their academics. So, without much ado, I think I would start talking to you about today's theme. That is, why is mentorship important and seeking the right mentorship. I would like to brief you a bit about some personal experiences of mine first. So I began my journey in career counseling around 6 years back. And at that time, all that I had to myself in the name of credibility was a graduation degree in psychology. Uh, However, I had the immense faith and support of this one really established person who handheld me till a point where I could confidently call myself a career counselor. He taught me the dynamics of the job, the skills, the efforts, the methods, everything that this field needs. And although today we function independently in the same industry, I have the utmost regard for him as my mentor. Another experience I would like to share with you, way back when I was in class 5, I joined these music lessons only to leave classes a few years hence, but for my music teacher to become and remain one of those support systems for me, who's who with his wisdom and knowledge adds flight to my wings all the time, and till date picks me up with unmatched faith in me every time I seem to lose motivation. So all that little I am today, if I owe it to somebody apart from my family and friends, it has to be because of these two mentors of mine. And this is what mentorship exactly does to you. It grooms you up in the most comprehensive and wholesome way. Okay, so with this, coming to who can we call a mentor? So a mentor can be understood as any person who's dependable, who's authentic, who's more knowledgeable and experienced than the mentee, and is dedicated to guide the mentee in a desirable direction. Guidance from a good and enthusiastic mentor can often fuel the professional and personal development of any individual by many folds. And I can vouch for that with my personal experience. Okay. Coming to more specifically about why mentoring might be needed for school students, then for college students, and then for working professionals. Talking about high school students first, why would mentoring be essential for high school students? High school students are adolescents, as we all know, and adolescence is a time that everybody usually goes through some personal, some emotional, and physical experiences which are completely new for them. And added to this, there are these academic demands of choosing subjects and laying the foundations of career planning. So mentorship here becomes essential so that these students learn to cope healthily with these emotional and physical changes, channelize their energies in the right direction, and make the right academic choices such that these choices foster happiness and satisfaction in their lives to come. Then why would mentoring be needed for college students? So the pressures faced by college students can be multiple. Planning for further studies, planning for jobs, settling their foundations through internships and other exploratory activities. Then at the same time, a college student also typically wishes to explore other very significant areas of life like friendships, romantic relationships, travel, etc., with equal zeal. And also for a lot of students, college is a time when for the first time they are expected to manage their finances and budgets wisely for themselves. So the right mentorship at this time can help students discover their vision for life and carve out a pathway that they would actually want to follow for a long time. And the decision that one takes for themselves at this point usually has a huge influence on their life satisfaction levels in the future. Hence, right mentorship at this point can be nothing less than a magician with his magic wand. Coming to working professionals, as we all know, life for a working professional is often very different from that of a student, and it comes with its own sets of challenges and struggles. One is usually the challenge of carving a niche for yourself professionally and then working towards what you wish to accomplish. This at this point is also accompanied by the challenges of striking a balance between your professional and personal lives. Financial responsibilities also start coming into the picture. So the right mentorship at this point can help an individual make the right personal and professional choices and grow in a way that they actually desire to. Right? So, is there a way we can choose a mentor? If I speak to you people with as in terms of my experience, then I don't really feel there is a formula of choosing a mentor. The mentor, those people whom I regard as my mentors, I never went out looking for them. And there are a few students who call me their mentor and they never came out looking for me. We just happened to meet and we happened to connect that way and form that kind of a bond. So the more we explore, the more we interact with people, the more we look out for opportunities that seem potentially beneficial, the more there are chances that we would come across somebody who would be our torchbearer on the mentor-mentee journey. Not taking much of your time, I would quickly like to sum it up, saying that it is absolutely true that it is our life and it should be based on the decisions and the choices that we make for ourselves. But our choices are only likely to become more informed and more potentially fruitful with the wisdom of a dedicated mentor. With this, I would like to congratulate from the bottom of my heart MentorMitr for the amazing work that you are doing. You're guiding students in the best possible direction. You're giving more power to the youth. It is indeed much appreciable. Thank you so much for having me as a speaker on this webinar. It was indeed a humbling opportunity. I would now like the MentorMitr team to take over, and I would be available for any question answers later in the webinar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing your experiences and the valuable advice on what Mentor is and how it can help us. And surely everyone who's listening is more informed on whom mentors are. So extremely thank you for that. So now we are delighted to announce a 7-day free trial of a program to all the users who wish to see how they can use it to enhance their overall performance, set the right goals, connect with expert mentors, enhance your EQ, refine skills of the 21st century. Our template work on the focus area of goal setting, time management, priority management, stress regulation, EQ enhancement, soft skills, and grooming. However, we will like to bring to your notice that session scheduling and session template will not be available on the free trial. In order to get access for the same, you will have to purchase the program that is relevant to your needs and your age. Chatbot and customer support are available on the free trial. You can get access to those along with the section of grades and time tracker. Next page. So this is a landing page. You can check from the link of the app and see the details which I have mentioned. To get access to the free trial, you will have to click on the header which says get your 7-day free trial. Then click on yes. Once the option appears, your trial will consequently start and you will get access to our template. Next page. Here's a QR code which you can scan to download the app, which is free of cost. Presenting to your app our MentorMitr. The app is available on Play Store. You all can download the app only on Android for now. iOS would be available very soon. The download is free of cost. An app is available in India, Philippines, China, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Italy, Malaysia, Nepal, Russia, Spain, and Thailand. It will be launched in other countries soon. Kindly download our app and get help in your career. If you have any queries with the app, please feel free to contact us or drop a mail at contact@mentormitr.com or connect@mentormitr.com. So our second speaker for the day is Miss Monisha Badkar Avarsare. She is based in Juhu, Mumbai and is authoring her upcoming book, I Am Power. Her name, Image Skills Academy, NISA, is where she integrates her knowledge and experience of 27 plus years from the fashion industry along with the experience as a corporate skill trainer. She's a life coach and an image consultant. She mentors and trains people to become more fashionable, enhance their life, work skills, along with building social synchronity. Monisha's professional background of 13 plus years in the fashion industry includes being a model, designer, senior merchandiser for a President's Award winner, high fashion garment export house. She was also a production head for an Indian American designer who specialized in dressing Hollywood celebrity. Some of the world-renowned buyers she has worked with include Springfield, Zara, etc. As a corporate skill trainer and life coach since the last 15 plus years, Monisha ma'am has also worked with some of the best-known brands in the retail and hospitality industries, training more than 5,000 people across the country of many well-known companies including In Orbit Malls, Oberoi Malls, Hyatt Regency, and more. She is a mind stylist, being qualified counselor, NLP neuro linguistic programming practitioner, hypnotherapist, past life regression therapist, graphologist, and this unique background as a skill trainer and using alternate therapies makes her workshops interactive, efficient, and fun experience. Now, I would request ma'am to share her insights on the topic.
Thank you very much, Swasti, and thank you, MentorMitr, for giving me this platform to share my thoughts on this very topic, which is very close to my heart, and I've been working since quite a few years on this. Um, very happy to see Riddhi here, and great insights. Taking forward from what Ms. Riddhi just spoke, a mentorship I feel is very essential tool required now in today's times. When we were growing up, we learned through experiences, and of course, we all still learn through experiences. But today, when we look back, we feel that, gosh, if there was somebody who would have guided us in the right way, it would have been a different story. Yeah, taking from my own experiences, uh, going through a lot of difficulties in childhood and all, a lot of my education got affected. Uh, Somehow, with great, conviction, I did what I did. And today, when I look back at those times, and I feel that I could have ignored that and focused more on what was more essential. That was my education, and I think I could have done far better than what I am doing currently. Which, not just for myself, but I feel the whatever little that I've done is I'm able to impact, lives. I could have done far better than what I'm doing. So, having said that, I feel that yes, it is very important. Now, another thing, what I would like to know, why mentors are important to students. Uh, it is the formative years of your life. Earlier times, we had joint families. We grew up in joint families. We grew up in even in nuclear family. There was somebody to talk to, and there was somebody who you could go to and seek guidance from. Now, with the shrinking family system and having less and less people around you, it has become far more important to seek help outside. And one thing is to, help is you can go for counseling, therapy, and all. But having a mentor in with you at the right time makes a lot of difference. As you are growing, you need to. It's important to have that one person, two people guiding you through this journey. Taking it forward. So when I was, I have a psychology background. Uh, I got married and I was doing my work. Then I left it for some time, but then there came a point when I had to get back to work, and that gap in between kind of made me a little unsure whether I could do it, And that is when some my mentor, who from whom I have learned clinical hypnotherapy, I met her at an event, and got talking, and that's when we just connected, and that's when the connection grew, and a kind of bond grew. And then she was hosting a workshop, and she told me to attend it, and I said, oh, there's been a lot of gap, and how can I do it? She said, it's okay, you just come. But that was the beginning of the journey that I am today, on like for the past 15 years, what I'm doing as a therapist, counselor, and a coach, and a mentor. It began there because there was somebody who saw something in me which I myself was not able to see. So that is what a mentor does. A mentor can see the potential in you which you cannot see. So a lot of us, we find when we are dealing with situations, we are in the situation. We are just dealing with it. We are just reacting to it. But when you meet someone who is looking at you from the outside and giving you, having a third person's perspective and can see a bigger picture for you, that is a time when that person will have a great role to play in your life. So a mentor is someone who will help you, with moving forward in the right direction. Now, for students, having a mentor, it becomes helpful because somewhere you also, you have a role model in front of you. What you aspire to be, there is someone out there who is already in that position, who is already has that experience. So when you connect to that person, and you your interactions with that person, you are going to learn a lot from that person, not just what is actually laid out in your course or anything. Every aspect of how the person is conducting themselves in every situation, you're going to learn from that person. So in these formative years as students, having a mentor is very important. Another thing is, people say, why a mentor? Why a mentor is required? I mean, advice anybody gives, right? Whoever is giving you a casual advice is giving you an advice from their own perspective of what they have understood out of life. It need not really be helpful to you. But when you have someone who is in a position of a mentor, who is guiding you, that person has had the experience of your journey to a certain extent. That person has already reached a certain point. When he or she looks back, they have seen their journey and how it has evolved. And with that journey, they know they can help other people, they can help the younger generation. So that is why it is so important to have look for a mentor. Now, mentor is not someone when you can go and say, okay, I want you to be a mentor. Mentor is like friendship. You can't tell somebody, will you be my friend? Okay, but as a kid, those things used to happen, but not anymore. As you grow up, doesn't happen. Friendship grows, it develops. Similarly, having a mentor is a relationship that develops and grows. So you once you are open to it, when it's all like it said, when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive. Similarly, when the mentee is ready, the mentor will arrive in your life, and that journey is going to be so very fruitful to you, that you will get a clarity about how to take your life forward. uh, I would like to share an example out here. Recently, there was someone who came to me for counseling and therapy. This boy was a young boy of 20, 21 years, was doing a lot. I mean, he's a student, yes, but he is also, he's helping his father in his business. And with that, that business, he's also started his own business. Okay. And that business, so he was doing like multiple things, all stressed out and all. And that's when he was like very overwhelmed with everything. And that's when he came in for counseling. And over a period of time, there is a certain kind of, uh, bond that is developed with this kid. Uh, so recently, when he came, he is like, Auntie, I'm feeling stagnant. I'm completely stagnant. I don't feel like doing anything anymore. And I said, what happened? He says, I am helping my father. It is on autopilot. It's going like, it's working. My own business is on autopilot. Like, I don't have to be actively doing something, so there is nothing that is kind of pushing me to do something about it. So he's like, I don't know, I feel I've just come to a stagnation and I don't know how to go about it. I said, what do you want to do? He said, I'm looking for to explore new businesses to invest. So I said, okay, if you're going to invest in new businesses, that means you will need your father's approval to invest. So I suggested, I said, if not that, what is the other thing that you could do? So he says, I could help my other, I could help other people with their startup. So I said, good idea. But he's like, who will listen to me? I'm just a 21-year-old. So I told him, I said, like you, there are a lot of 21, kids in their 20s who are doing something or the other, wanting to set up their own things. So then he was like, yeah, I know this friend is, starting a clothing line. This friend is starting a home chef business. So I said, how about helping them set up their business? They are your age group. They all have seen you set up your business and your business is doing good. So how about helping these uh, people set up their own business? And that is when he was like, yeah, that makes sense. I said, then if there is a business opportunity amongst your friends where you feel a potential, you can then take that proposal to your father and then look at investing in that business. And so here it works two ways. So it was like it did make a difference, it did click to him. And he has now started helping his two immediate friends with their startups. So now he is also feeling happy, and he is also looking forward to doing things. So it is important to have that one person who can help you see the bigger picture. Because there will come a time in a student's life wherein you've like achieved it, and now what? A lot of times, even people in the position of CEO, one of my clients who was, coaching clients, he was a CEO, and he said, I have achieved everything, and now what? And he says, now I feel my organization does not need me. I said, yes, because your organization now is set, it's like, again, the same autopilot mode. So how about looking at, you become a leader now, how about building new leaders? And that is when he it was just a change of perspective for him, from just doing his job as a CEO to now being a mentor to other people to become leaders. And that just shifted and gave him a new positive outlook towards his own work that he was already doing. And today, when I have spoken to him like a few months back, and he told me that he is now in the process of mentoring 3 or 4 other of his very employees with great potential in them. So like this, it always makes a lot of difference. So it's about just changing your perspective. Your mentor will help you change your perspective. The way you look at things, your life, your career, your education. A person with an experience and a journey will help you look at that same process from a far wider and a more positive point of view. Having said that, mentor and mentoring is not just about the experienced person, the senior person, you know, being a mentor to the mentee. It is a two-way process. So it's like both ways. There is something that the mentor is sharing with the mentee, and in the process, there is something that the mentor is also learning from the mentee. So it is like a two-way process. And what is the best way to, work when you're looking at having a mentor? For the best thing, it's not to having like getting a lot of advice. Have that one question that you want to, one powerful question that you have that is going to make a difference. And that question, the answer that you get from for that question, make sure you do something about that answer. Whatever the mentor says, implement that suggestion, because that advice, because that is what is going to make the difference. It may not make a difference in the first time, second time. Do it hundreds of times, then you will see the difference. And once you've achieved it, then you go to your mentor to ask your second question. But just don't go and keep asking questions. Ask a question, implement on that advice, and then take the journey forward. So having said that, I feel uh, this platform that MentorMitr has created for this, for the students, I think it's an amazing uh, platform to, because this is something which is like coming to you on a platter. So I feel you should take that advantage, take this opportunity to your own advantage and do something about it. So I'm very happy to be here and share my experience. And I would hand it over to Swasti, and please take it forward. Thank you very much.
You can get a weekly stats report.
Now we have a Q&A round. So the first speaker that I would like to answer, like I would like to question is Viridhi ma'am. How do we know if we have found the right mentor, and what is the good quality of a mentor?
Mm, how do we know that we found a mentor? Firstly, I think it won't, happen immediately when you meet somebody. You won't immediately figure out, okay, this person is going to be my mentor, right? You would have to interact with that person over the course of some time, and gradually that feeling might sink in. That maybe this is now a bond of a mentor and a mentee. It sinks in gradually, and you just get to know. It doesn't happen in one or two interactions. You have to give it some time for you to realize that this person is a mentor to me. All right, and you know also it happens a lot of times when you realize that somebody is your mentor when you are stuck in some situation. Okay, it can be personal or professional, and that person just ends up coming and helping you solve that issue like a ray of hope and a ray of light. And that is probably an aha moment that makes you realize that this is my mentor. So there is, again, like I mentioned in my I mentioned while I was speaking earlier, that there is no formula to finding a mentor as such. It just happens over the course of many interactions which you have with that same person, and your heart tells you, okay, this is my mentor. All right, and there was another part of this question, right? Sorry, I lost it. If you could repeat. Firstly.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what is the good quality of a mentor?
Good quality of a mentor is that they're they would be there for you in times when you need them. They would be there for you in ways that nobody else can be there for you. Like, you have a lot of people who love you. You have your well-wishers, you have your parents, your friends, your family, everyone. But that mentor will come, the mentor will guide you in a way that that guidance will not probably come from anyone else. Right? And they will understand you in a different way. I think it comes as you gradually realize these things. So the guidance and the advice and the suggestions and whatever your mentor gives you is 100% authentic. It is unbiased. It is practical. They give you a picture that is real, yet they soothe you in a different way. Right? And the mentor is dedicated. A mentor is dedicated to helping you in times when you are stuck. I think that is one good quality of a mentor, if I answered your question.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So the next question, okay, ma'am, Monisha, ma'am, do you have any views on this question that you would like to, on the same question, any views that you would like to share?
Um, what Vritti rightfully said, that it's not something which can mentor comes along when when you find yourself in a situation, and that person who helps you out of that situation somewhere takes on the role of a mentor, and uh, that kind of inspires you to look up to that person. When somebody is helping you out of a situation, it then you are looking up to that person, and this is a kind of bond that develops. You can, like I had said, you can't say that, okay, will you be my mentor? It is a bond that develops over a period of time. So yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, ma'am, we have another question, Monisha, ma'am. So,
Yes.
does a mentor is always have to be old? So, like, can a younger person can also be a mentor? Is mentorship related to age, like the person is trying to say?
uh, Traditionally, the way it is considered like a mentor is someone with experience. Obviously, experience also age adds up to it. But like I said, there is something called a reverse mentorship. Okay, there's a concept called reverse mentorship, wherein the mentee also can become a mentor. Like I said, a two-way process. Second thing is, uh, in today's generation, uh, the younger generation is so fast in terms of understanding technology, which the older generation takes a little time. I still take a lot of time to understand so many things. But yeah, I learn from my own kids. I learn from my kids' friends. So uh, so at that point of time, that kid in front of me is my mentor, because that person is helping me learn. technology, about social media and doing things out there, right? I mean, there was a time when Zoom started. I took a lot of time to figure out how to do it. So my younger daughter, explained to me how to do it, and her friend helped me set up my web page and everything. So that is where I'm like learning from them how to go about it. So age really doesn't really. I mean, it's not really that much of a factor in terms of who is your mentor.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So the next question is for Varidhi, ma'am. So, ma'am, how does a mentor carry or perform under pressure, according to you?
I would like you to elaborate a little on this question, Swasti. How does a mentor perform under pressure when the mentee is under pressure? Is that what you mean? Or when the mentor themselves are, when the mentor is himself or herself under pressure?
So, ma'am, like we have a question from the audience, and I'm like quoting it. So, I
All
think
right.
the
Okay.
person means that when a person, like if you're a mentor and you come out of a situation where you are pressurized, so how do you carry yourself, or what tips maybe you follow? Like, I think the question he means by this.
All right. I would, okay, then probably answer it with a very general perspective to it. So, mentors have their own, journeys too. They have their own personal journeys, and they have their own ups and downs, and they learn from their experiences, which they, whenever required, as and when required, they disseminate to their mentees. So, we do sometimes feel pressured by a lot of things, and then we just come out of it, because that's what life is about, right? And we learn with our experiences. So whenever we are low, we are in a low phase of life, it gives us its own learnings, that phase. We come out of it, we understand, we like sit in introspection, try to understand what the experience gave us, and then as and when required, we pass on the same learnings to our mentees. And when the mentee is under pressure and approaches the mentor for any sort of support, we have to be there with the, we have to be there like the strongest pillar to our mentee at that point of time, because it is us that the mentee is looking up to, it is us that the mentee is expecting a safe space to be. And yeah, so at that point we have to carry ourselves really strongly, and even if we are doubtful about a few things, we can't let that come across to our mentee.
Thank you, ma'am. So the next question is for Manisha, ma'am. That is it necessary to have a mentor to become successful in life and work? Because cost or unavailability of a mentor may be a problem to have. So, what are your views on this?
Uh, See, the biggest and the most powerful people also have had mentors. So, so is it good? I feel it is a necessity to have a mentor, to look for a mentor, because whether you like it or not, you are always looking at someone to help you with advice. Okay, no person can say that I am alone and this is what I'm like, I'm the captain of my ship and I'm sailing it through. You are always looking for advice for situations, because what Vriddhi said, when you're in the situation, the stress, okay, when stress is there, your rational is shaken, okay, and you are only reacting to what is happening. Now, when you have a person who is experienced, can see from a third person's perspective, that person helps you become more rational. Keep emotions aside, become more rational. Look at the situation from a more rational, practical perspective. Look for solutions, how and what how to implement those solutions. So that is where it makes a difference. So, like I said, in today's time, having a mentor is important. Earlier times, people were closer to each other in terms of having a family. You lived in a place wherein people were walking in and out of your house. Okay, and in today's life, You don't know who's your next door neighbor also. So the interaction with people has become less and less. And you are constantly, man is a social animal, they're constantly learning from interactions. Now, when the interaction has become less, okay, how do you sail through your life? You sail through your life by, or taking steps to connect with people and help you on your journey. So that is why, rather than having somebody give you casual advice, is always good to get an advice from a experienced person.
Thank you, ma'am. That was really well answered, and we are really grateful for that answer. So the next question is for Varidhi, ma'am. So if somebody follows someone's books, speeches, post, and blog, and they look up to them, but they're really not talking to them, like they're not meeting them. So is it also a mentorship?
It can be, then it depends on how the person takes it. It can be called mentorship, but I don't really think it can be called mentorship, because it is supposed to be a two-way process, like Monisha mentioned earlier. So yeah, there has to be some sort of an interaction on both ends, if we have to call it a mentor-mentee relationship, as far as I believe. It will be more of admiration, it will be more of idealizing somebody, it would be more of following somebody and just believing in the principles that somebody is putting out, and not a mentor-mentee relationship per se. Unless there is interaction on both ends, I would be doubtful if we can call it a mentor-mentee relationship. We can give it different names, but not exactly mentor-mentee.
I would like to add out here, if Riddhi, if you may
Yes,
allow me
yes,
to.
of course, please, yes.
Yeah. So what happens is, it is important to, um, have that connection, because just a minute, just a minute. Um, Sorry, Swasti, could you repeat the question again, which you had given? I just missed the link out there.
No problem, ma'am. So the question was that if somebody is idealizing someone, or is taking inspiration through blogs, through posts, through their books, so the person is asking, is it also a kind of a mentorship that person is maybe
So,
doing?
yeah. So what happens is that we get inspired, okay, by reading blogs and reading up stuff and watching videos. We get inspired. The energy is all charged up. Now, what happens is that energy, after, it's like a balloon. It goes big, and after some time, all the air goes out. Okay, so now you keep needing that other push again. So this is where the mentor comes in. The mentor is going to push you. Okay, the mentor is going to push you, allow you to explore, again push you, allow you to explore. But if you're doing it on your own, it requires a lot of self-discipline, which most of us don't have. I've also struggled with that myself. So I know both the phases. So I'm telling you this because it's always good to have somebody who can see more of you, and who is going to push you in that direction, because otherwise a lot of self-discipline is required to do it on your own.
So I would like to add a bit to it, a bit more. So yes, it might just become a way of saying things, and it might just become a part of our language. Like for example, let's say I follow Osho, and I read a lot of his books, and read a lot of his literature, and I just say it. I use it as a way of expressing my admiration for him, that he is my mentor. But it is actually more of being inspired by somebody, more of admiring somebody more of believing in what somebody has put out, and less of mentorship. Like Monisha said, mentorship is more of, the person knows you and pushes you in the right direction. And yeah, so there has to be interaction for somebody to be called your mentor.
Yes, like I completely agree with both of your views. So like it's not mentorship, like like both of you were saying that you are inspired, but it's not mentoring. Like as both of you said that it's a two-way process. So we completely agreed upon that. So next question is for Manisha ma'am. That can you please tell us that is there any difference between mentor, life coach, and a counselor? So are these three people same, or are there any difference? And if there are any difference, so what are the differences?
So, see, somewhere coaching and mentoring kind of is like going hand in hand, but coaching is more development related, as in you have a particular goal and this is the goal you have to achieve, and the coach will help you achieve that goal. Mentoring is more growth related. So the mentor will help you grow, not just in one particular aspect of your work, but it is like a very holistic approach to the whole process. Okay. Whereas counseling is more related to a particular issue that needs to be resolved. So counseling is more about a person having habits, a person having, if there are certain habits, addictions, fears, interpersonal skills, issues with interpersonal skills. That is where you need a counselor. Okay, because then the issue is going very deep. So there is connection to what is happening, what must have happened in the past, and how this person is perceived, and all that. So that is where the counselor is required. A coach is there to help you achieve a particular, uh, goal. Okay, whereas a mentor is there to help you grow and develop yourself.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So I think we can take up the last question, which maybe you can only answer. That you can just sum up with the skills that a right mentor should have. Like, what are the skills that a mentor should have?
I think this question both of us can take, Riddhi.
Yeah, surely. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
yeah. So from what I understand, first thing, the most important thing uh, for the mentor, to have is uh, listening skills. Very good listening skills. Uh, Communication skills needs to be very strong, no doubt. But out of that, the listening skills needs to be much more stronger, because it is very easy to talk and give advice, but what is most important, see, when a person is coming to you, the person wants to be heard. Okay, now if you are sitting here and wanting to give your gyan and your knowledge, person has to search for their answers amongst all that you're saying. The first important thing is for a mentor is to be a good listener. That's very important. Okay, another thing is, uh, it's important for a mentor is to uh, be able to look at things from a like the bigger picture. The mentor should be able to uh, see the bigger picture first, because if the mentor only cannot see the bigger picture, how will the mentee walk that path? So these are the two things which I feel are very important, and Riddhi, you can add to it.
I would completely agree with you on this, Monisha, that listening skills and being able to look at the bigger picture would be two essential skills that a mentor should have. Uh, one, another skill that I don't know if I would categorize it as a skill or as a quality in general, would be the ability to be non-judgmental, which is also essential to,
Absolutely.
allied practice. like counseling and coaching, you need to be non-judgmental, because a lot of times your mentee might come to you with things and issues which other people don't understand, which the world doesn't understand and expects you to understand for them. So yes, non-judgmentality. Then a few qualities in general that mentors should have and that would help them be more efficient mentors to their mentees would be one, commitment. You need to be committed to that person. Committed in the sense you don't need to, you don't really have to talk on the phone every day. You don't have to meet very frequently, but your mentee should know that you're there when you are needed, right? So commitment and dedication would go hand in hand. And one more quality I think that mentors should have would be, emotional insightfulness. Because the mentor is expected to, the mentor should have would be emotional insightfulness, because the mentor is expected to be a safe space in all regard for the mentee. The mentor should ideally be able to, the mentor should ideally be comfortable with the expression of emotion of all kinds. So emotional insightfulness, yes. And commitment, dedication, and non-judgmentality. I think that would make for a good mentor.
Thank you so much to both of you. We would really express our gratitude for such a wonderful Q&A session, which was so interactive, so fun, and also what the content which you presented. I think the audience is well versed with what mentors is. So now I would like to present our programs. So firstly, I would like to tell you that MentorMitr is a platform which do provide mentors and help you with your career guidance and your overall performance. So we act as a mentor to you. Like if you struggle with finding the right mentor, we are here for you. So the programs, so we are a spirit and endowhere in which we engage with the working people and help them improve their current performance, enhance their motivational level, help them plan their short-term goals and long-term goals, and enhance their EQ. So firstly, for the program for for working professionals, so we have a program for Compass Pro course, which is a 1 month of engagement, which helps you set right directions and help you correct your ongoing journey. The second is habit forming course, which is a 3 month of engagement, which helps you not only do above, but sets right habits for your immediate success and life skills for the rest of your life. Now, this program for school students. So these programs are designed to ensure that all integral focus in the student's career is done with the development journey and are met and also help them to be successful in habit formation and for optimization of their performance in the immediate future by scientific and continuous self-evaluation. We provide you with Compass course for direction setting, a 1 month engagement program. The second is habit formation course for success and a 3 month engagement program for and Ensure Optimizer course, which is a 12-month program. Next, we have program for university students. So this is designed to identify their tracks for the future, whether they want to work and grow in the field of study or interest of both. Our digital program will help you to make informed choices that are duly evaluated, know your options clearly, and optimize your efforts to achieve your long-term and short-term goals. So we provide you with Compass course for direction setting, which is a 1 month of engagement. And we also provide with habit formation course for success, which is a 3 month of engagement. Now you will get features like counseling sessions with our mentors, psychometric assessment, real-time periodic counseling sessions, trackers for time management, grades, career choices, EQ grooming modules, SWOT analysis, 24/7 chatbot access, performance tracking reports, and free access to webinars, videos, and blogs. So you can download our self-help app using the link on the screen. Now we have a video to be presented, and just give a minute.
Women empowerment
States the need of you.
I
strongly believe that women have limitless potential. And so for me, women empowerment is women tapping into that potential, fearlessly doing whatever they want to do with their lives in a world that is constantly telling them
To take decisions about their physical, mental, emotional, and financial well being.
Hi. Women empowerment, in the most simplest terms, means attaching the notion of freedom with the entirety female.
That comes to my mind when we talk about women empowerment is that every woman is a superwoman and there is no limit to what we as women can accomplish.
For me, women empowerment is that women are able to make their own decisions without being vulnerable or thinking about other people's happiness.
Empowerment is our ability to dream limitlessly without having to fulfill the obligations enforced by society, to assert our freedom and liberty without being judged, and to strengthen our powers, capacities, and talents without the fear of contest.
For me, women empowerment means financial independence. A woman who doesn't have to ask anybody for money is empowered.
Women's empowerment means the abilities and the self-worth of women, that is, they can choose their own field of interests based on their choice. Even they have the right to change the society for themselves and for others. There should not be any gender inequality between men and women.
Madeleine Albright once quoted, "It took me time to develop a voice, and now that I have it, I'm not going to be silent." So when I think of these two words, women empowerment, I visualize strength, acceptance, and women just flying high and reaching the skies.
Hi. When I think of empowered women, and I know many of them, I know an empowered woman can change families, environment, and societies and have a far-reaching impact.
Self-confidence. Empowering women is the process of making women independent in all aspects of thoughts, rights, decisions, and actions. Here's to strong women. May we know them, may we be them, and may we rise.
Hello everyone. Women empowerment for me would be the ability to dream freely and dream beyond the boundaries and the stereotypes that the society sets for us, calling them norms and traditions that are to be followed. Well, and it is also the motivation with which we get up every morning and work towards that dream so that we get closer to that dream, and then someday we can achieve that dream no matter what the society says or what the society does to stop us.
Freedom to follow your dreams.
Woman empowerment is the freedom to choose. It is the ability for a woman to choose whatever she wants without being judged by the society.
Empowerment for me is feeling and being secure and appreciated in any environment.
Woman empowerment means courage. The courage to speak up, to stand for yourself.
Women empowerment to me would be being yourself unapologetically.
Each time a woman stands up for herself, without knowing it possibly or without claiming it, she stands up for all the women around her. This is a quote by Maya Angelou. She's one of my favorite poets. Wishing you all a happy Women's Day. Stand up for each other, uplift each other, love each other. We're all sisters, and let's see each other grow. Once again, a happy Women's Day.
Women empowerment to me is having the right to choose and make my own decisions, where my decisions are actually respected and are not constantly criticized and questioned by the society on the grounds of this is not how a woman is supposed to behave.
The acknowledgement and recognition that we deserve.
Each time a woman stands up for herself, she unknowingly stands up for all women.
Something that comes to my mind when I hear women empowerment, it's equality for all.
Statistically speaking, women have a lot more patience, a lot more calm, and they make much better leaders. And there is nothing that women cannot do. And for me, that's what I think of when I think of women empowerment.
Hi everyone. Women empowerment for me is economic empowerment. I believe that when a woman is financially independent, it is truly then that she is empowered. So my message to all the girls out there is get up, earn that check, and get ready to live life on your own terms. Wishing you all a very happy Women's Day.
Hi everyone. The words that come to my mind when I hear women empowerment are sense of self-worth and the ability to have my own choices and my own opinions. Thank you.
For me, women empowerment resonates with the term humanity.
Hi, I'm Shreya and this is Custard. For us, women empowerment means helping each other overcome the limiting roles and patterns set by the society.
That comes to my mind when I think of women empowerment would be feminism isn't about making women stronger. Women are already very strong. It's about changing the way the world perceives that strength.
You've got everything to take the world in your stride. Happy Women's Day.
Sharing one of my favorite quotes. There are those who say that fate is something beyond our command, that destiny is not our own. But I know better. Our fate lives within us. You only have to be brave enough to see it.
For me, women empowerment is increasing the strength of women socially, economically, and emotionally.
When I think of women empowerment, there are two words that come to my mind: education and confidence. Education, I believe, is central to empowerment. Confidence, on the other hand, enables people to
Ujjwal, could you please present the last slide? Okay, so now I'm repeating the steps to avail the e-certificate, which is like you've attended the complete webinar and there will be appeared a link to the Google attendance form in the chat box. Click to mark your attendance and get the feedback questionnaire emailed. You fill the questionnaire, you get on mail for your details, follow a page whether you did or not, it's also in the questionnaire. If you did and replied in affirmative and actually did not follow a page, you will not get the e-certificate. So if all the above steps are followed, automatically an e-certificate will be issued online to you. So thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. So if you face any other issue and if you have any query, you can get in touch. This is our Instagram handle, this is our Facebook handle. You can also visit our website and you can contact us through this number or email us at contact@mentormitr.com or events@mentormitr.com. So thank you so much and have a wonderful day.